Hello, it's me again. I am Devon, obviously, and I've just come back from servicing my car. Obviously, I'm not in the Jeep at the moment, which kind of makes sense, I guess. It's kind of depressing, but my car feels awesome. It feels so lacquer. It's so nice when you've just got your car out for service and it's got fresh fluids in it, and they've replaced things like the spark plugs, the brakes. Everything just feels smoother, a little bit more oomph, and it gets a clean. My God, my car has been valeted inside and out. Oh, what a pleasure. It's so sparkly. And they replaced certain things, which was cool. I actually had a problem with my car in the beginning. At the front, my Honda emblem fell off, and it's a concealed unit, or not a concealed unit, it's a sealed unit. So inside the sealed unit, the emblem sits there, and it had dislodged from inside, and you can't actually get in there to put it back on. And it was something I was going to bring up at the service. But as I arrived there, super friendly. There's, I'll come through, whatever. And as I got out the car, guys, sir, I see that your emblem's fallen off from the front of your car. Not to worry, we'll replace it free of charge. It's actually a factory default, and there's been a recall for all of them. So I was like, oh, wow, I'm blown away. That was awesome. I didn't even have to argue anything. They were just like, no, we'll sort it out for you, no problem. So that was really cool of them, and I really appreciate it. It kind of puts you in a, that's awesome. That was cool. One thing I will say, and I think, follow my advice if you will, when you go and get your car serviced, try and stagger it. Stagger everything that you need in your car. You don't realize how things sort of add up. Like, you think about it, like your car goes in for a regular service. Like these cars go in 15,000 Ks. But now, when things like your brake pads start wearing, and you can feel when they're wearing, because you start hearing that grinding noise in the back of your car or in the front of your car, wherever your pads are, and it's a horrible noise. That's the sign to say you need to change your pads immediately. But you can check, and it doesn't take long. Just take it into any Tiger Wheel and Tire or place like that, and they'll check it for you. The reason why I say stagger it, and don't be like me in this instant where I said, my car really needs a service, I should take it in, and then all these things start happening, like, oh, my brake pads are going, oh, well, it's going in for a service, so I'll get it all done at once. Don't do that. Oh, not unless you want a bill that is $6,500 to pay for. Oh, I want to just cry about it right now. Because the general service was okay. It's standard. It's changing all your filters, changing the spark plugs. Well, that was additional, but they changed my spark plugs. They put in new fluids, all that sort of stuff. The brake pads are extra. They're not included as part of your service. And brake pads are expensive. It cost me 700 Rand for my front set and 800 for my back set. So it's an extra 14 grand, excluding the work hours that the guys need to use to put it on. So that clapped me for 6. I am crying inside, like deep, big raindrop tears. So if anything that you take away from this, try and stagger it. If you have a feeling that your brakes need to be changed and you need to go for a service, like, try and plan it so that, okay, go change your brakes. It's going to be expensive, not going to lie. Go get your brakes changed at Tiger Wheel and Tire, wherever you need to go. Speedy, I think they do it as well. Get it changed there. Same thing with your tires. Try my tires. I got to change my front tires as well. That's going to cost me an extra 3 grand. I said to them, I'll drive on bald tires for now. No, they're not bald. I still have some time. But 3 grand to change my 2 sets for 2 tires. That's including the time it takes, or the servicing hours. And if you stagger it like that, then it's a little bit easier to cope with the costs that it is to get your car serviced. I'm shattered by how much this stuff costs. It was a little bit soul destroying. I died a little bit inside. So that's my little bit of car advice for you if you're ever going to get self-serviced. Did you ever have a funny experience? I know that Renaults are deathly experienced. I used to own a Renault Clio, and the servicing on there was just ridiculous. It was just out of this world. I was furious. I was so glad to get rid of my Renault because the servicing costs were exorbitant. Like, for instance, they would charge you 700 Rand per hour just for the work hours. Not for parts, 700 Rand an hour. They're the most expensive servicing department out of all the manufacturers, as far as I know. I couldn't believe it. I was disgusted. Anyways, have you had any servicing department? Have you got your car serviced recently? Or are you going to get your car serviced? You know, maybe there's some value in my worldly wisdom advice that you can take away from this. Let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, make sure you like and subscribe to my videos, and I'll check you out soon. Cheers.